Well, hello and welcome. This is the Nisha Jackson Show. She is Nisha Jackson, and I live in Phoenix, Arizona. We're here in Oregon, and it is Phoenix hot right now.
It is. It's kind of Africa hot today. It's 106 and dry.
Yeah, I'm like sweating. Normally, I don't sweat that bad. This is rough. It's good.
You know, that's one of the topics we're going to cover soon is why do people sweat? So I'm glad you brought that up.
Is that a good thing to sweat or a
There's
bad
a lot
thing?
of reasons why people sweat, but
Yeah.
we're not talking about sweating right now. We're going to talk about things that are fattening.
Well, I'm sweaty and fat, so I got both of them. I'm like the king of both these shows. Yeah. So what do we talk? So fat today. What about fat?
Today we're going to talk about, because I think it's relevant, the fatteningest.
Fatterer. I believe it's fatterer.
Fatter.
Yes.
We're trying to find the right word. The most fatteningest foods of summer.
Okay.
Because I think it's really important that people understand when they're having, people are cooking in a lot, right? They're doing a lot of barbecues. They're having small groups of people over or family and friends. No, we're not exactly going to a lot of pools and baseball games and things like that, but people are eating a lot of food more than they should these days. And I think that it's really important to just get to know what are some of the fatteningest foods that are out there.
I saw one. It's probably not on your list, but it should be. You ever go to the Cheesecake Factory?
Oh, yes, but I haven't been in years.
Okay, it is awesome. But they had this breakfast, and you go, really? It was deep fried chicken strips on top of waffles with syrup and the piece that is essence. What's the stuff you put on? Oh, no, I can't remember the name of it. The stuff you put, Eggs Benedict.
Oh, no. The hollandaise sauce?
Hollandaise sauce.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, so it was chicken strips, deep fried, waffles, syrup, hollandaise.
Okay, that may be something worse than anything I'm going to say today. Do not have that. Do not go to Cheesecake Factory and have that garbage. Do not do it.
And then have a cheesecake for dessert.
Your butt and gut will never forgive you.
All right, what's high in fat that most people eat?
Okay, first we're going to talk about the high-fat high-fat barbecue.
Okay.
Because this would be kind of one of my downfalls because I love barbecue.
I do too.
I love anything barbecue. But the bad news is the barbecue can definitely sabotage your waistline, right? Okay, so let's just give you an example of something that I love. I wouldn't eat this much, but maybe half of it. A 20-ounce T-bone steak on the Barbie can weigh in at 1,500 calories, which is probably the amount of calories that you should eat in a day for most people or less, and 124 grams of fat.
Now, isn't that though?
124, because you'd only have like 40 in a day.
But isn't that like the good fat though when it's meat and you have the Atkins diet or keto?
Yeah, but this is where I think people are going on these diets and they're gaining a bunch of weight because they're not following the diets perfectly. And then they're eating all of this fat. A lot of it's saturated fat, which is not good for you. And it's just too many calories because you're still dealing with calories. So think about 1,500 calories and 124 grams of fat. Or just an average cheeseburger could be 750 calories and 45 grams of fat. Again, going back to the average person has about 40 to 60 grams, should have about 40 to 60 grams of fat in a day. So maybe sticking to things like pork tenderloin, skinless chicken breasts, maybe very lean ground beef, and skipping all the really fatty meats would be better on the Barbie.
I'm a big barbecuer, and a lot of people they go, pork tenderloin, what's that? That's a great dish. And that's one that you can get right in the meat section and put that on the grill and cook that for a very short amount of time. You said it's lean. It's a great That's a great dinner.
Yeah, it is good. I love pork tenderloin.
Mhm.
Okay, hot dogs and sausages.
Those are good.
Like I said, not a lot of people are going to the ball game, but they're still eating sausages and hot dogs. I actually like sausage.
I do too. And I love hot dogs.
I'm afraid I love them too, but I can't eat them. They make me sick. But anyway, sausages and summer treats like hot dogs are very high in sodium and fat. So if you just think about how much sodium you should have in a day, it's about 2,300 milligrams of sodium. So let's just look at that in hot dog terms. So one hot dog is 200, just the wiener is 280 calories and 1,250 grams of sodium.
Now the 280 calories, that's not bad, right?
Well,
it's the salt that's going to kill you.
But yeah, I'm emphasizing the sodium right now. But still, 280 calories just for a little dog. I mean, that's not really going to fill you up, right?
Right.
And what one kielbasa salad, just a sausage dog, is 330 calories, but it's 1,590 grams of sodium. Wow. So milligrams of sodium. It's just too much.
Okay.
So next, this one's really good. So I wish I had a measuring spoon to show you really what a half a cup is, because it's nothing. Because if you put a potato salad in front of me that's really freaking good, I'm going to eat way more than a half a cup. I might down 3 cups of this
stuff. Is that like a half cup right there?
No. That's like 2 cups.
Oh.
So yeah. So this little cup
like
right here, I'm going to have a visual a little bit later. Okay. So that's what that is. So 1/2 of a cup, which would be about 1/4 of this thing.
Well, that's not much at all.
Yeah, so I could down more than that easy. This is a potato salad, which I actually really like, especially if it's made right. Because if you make it with the wrong mayonnaise, it's disgusting.
Yeah. You're not going to put Miracle Whip in there.
No Miracle Whip. Okay, 179 calories and 10.25 grams of fat. Now, that doesn't sound like a lot, but that's only 1/2 a cup. So if you go back to 45 to 60 grams of fat a day, and just 1/2 of a cup is 1/4 of what you get the whole day, you're going to eat way more than that. So that's one of the most fatteningest foods you can have this summer is potato salad.
That one makes sense.
It does make sense.
Yeah. I mean, because you're always told not to eat a lot of potatoes anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
I made this killer German chocolate cake. I'm embarrassed to say this. I'm going to say it anyway.
Okay.
Michael, who I'm seeing, loves German chocolate cake, like loves it. So I've never made a German chocolate cake from scratch.
Okay.
I decided to make one. Oh, so it's 3 layers of German chocolate. It has that coconut, chocolate, German chocolate, gooey stuff in between the layers on top, and then it has rich German chocolate frosting all the way around the outside.
Yeah.
Okay. I had a few finger things of frosting as I'm going, and I get to the end and I realize on this particular recipe, which it took me all day to make this cake. It was so labor intensive. I get to the end and I read down, it was a recipe off the internet. I read down and it's 1,750 calories per serving. No, we're not talking like 1/4 of the cake. We're talking 1/16 of the cake. I literally wanted to put my finger down my throat.
And so how much of that did you eat?
So I had a slice.
Yeah.
But it's just amazing how you can become almost like unconscious about what you're eating, because it tastes so good and it's super social and you're having fun in the summer and you're with friends and somebody brings over a dessert, or what I'm going to talk about now is frozen concentrations of different concoctions that you can get. And you just kind of are starting to do things unconsciously, but the problem is it goes right to your gut.
Yeah.
And everybody thinks, oh, I just need to exercise more to get fat off my gut. But really, you just need to change your diet. You need to be more aware of what you're eating. No German chocolate cake.
Okay, so then, but I'm thinking pina colada, that's just good. That's good for you. I mean, that's a lot of fruit juice and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
Until it racks up the calories, because a pina colada could be 500 calories per drink. And some people can lay down 3 of those drinks. You're serving those up at a party. You might have 3 or 4 of those things. Right. Not that I would, but you could. And a daiquiri, 300 to 800 calories per drink.
300 to 800. That's a big spread, too.
Well, it just depends on how it's made and how big it is and how much sugar is
Probably
in
alcohol
there.
too, right? That doesn't help.
Fruit concoctions are not, frozen fruit concoctions are not good. It's just not good. And then you add some alcohol to it and you'll be sick. There's other types of drinks that you really have to be careful about. Sweet tea, which seems so innocent.
Yeah, but I've seen them make sweet tea. They take like a whole bucket of sugar and they pour it in, and then a drop of water and a tiny bit of tea, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's how bad sweet tea is.
Yeah, sweet tea is not sweet. Okay, it's not sweet for you. Sweetened soda, energy drinks, fruit drinks, juice drinks, beer. You're taking in at least 150 calories a pop. So again, if you go back to the average woman can take in about 1,200 to 1,500 calories a day if she doesn't want to gain weight, if she wants to try to maintain. So, okay, that could be half or a third of your calories for the whole day. And certainly it's doing nothing for your nutrition.
Just drink the unsweet tea. It's as good.
What's that?
Unsweet tea. That's what
And you can train yourself, put some stevia in it or some xylitol in it or some, squeeze in some lime or some fresh lemon. You can train yourself not to need that much sweet. And the less sugar you have, the more your brain will tell you you don't need sugar. But the more sweet it is, the more your brain will tell you you need that level of sweetness to be satisfied. Yeah. So you have to just retrain your brain. Frozen treats, I love this one. Soft serve ice cream can have 382 calories and 22 grams of fat. Just one serving of ice cream. And again, these are the things that people have, during the summer times that they just think are just so fun to have. Until they try to figure out why they're getting fat. Fair food, there's not a lot of fair.
Wait a second, fair food's bad for you?
Deep fried disasters. It's like the gift that keeps on giving.
I did a thing once. I decided to go into a fair, and it was I'd eat 10,000 calories and then rode a roller coaster. One of the worst days of my life. I think the worst one was the 2 Krispy Kreme donuts with cherry topping and then a deep fried chicken patty.
Man, you've really...
That was bad. That was pre hanging out with Nisha.
That is a deep fried disaster.
Yeah.
Have you ever had one of those gigantic turkey legs, the fried ones?
Yes.
Okay, that has 1,150 calories and 54 grams of fat.
Oh,
okay,
you think the turkey leg's good for you?
That's one turkey leg. That's your fat for the whole day. Okay, that's not going to work for you. That's a calorie overload.
And the deep fried Twinkie and the deep fried butter, those are probably bad too,
and deep fried cheesecake, 500 calories. Macaroni and cheese, 600 calories. This is just one little baby serving. Stay away from those kind of foods. Okay, so anyway, this is just to give you an idea. I thought I'd share this with you because I want you to know, just got to be careful. Even things that are as innocent as a salad, going to a salad bar and putting all those toppings on like bacon and croutons and cheese and all the things you could put onto your salad. And all of a sudden your salad becomes like 3,000 calories. So just be really careful of what you're doing and what you're eating. I got kind of inspired by one of the gals that works in my office. I walked into the break room this week and she was piecing out a number of almonds that she could have for her afternoon snack. There were 6 almonds.
Oh, come on.
And I said, really? You got to be kidding me. You're piecing out your almonds now? She goes, no, I do what you do, Nish. I just grab a bunch of nuts and put them in my mouth. And I was kind of embarrassed that she said that about me. But it's true. You become kind of unconscious, like, oh, nuts are really good for you. So I'm just going to have handfuls of nuts. 700, 900 calories later, you've just had a little in-between meal snack and you're getting fat. So you got to be aware of what you're eating. Have 6 almonds instead of 2 handfuls.
Okay.
I think that's good advice.
That's good advice.
This will help you. I promise you it'll help you.
You know what else is good advice?
What's that?
Brand X. Yeah, right there. Brand X. Tell me about Brand X and why this is so awesome.
So Brand X is really good because first of all, it tastes amazing. You have the lemon lime. This is a new flavor that we're going to be coming out with. It's lemon lime. You can see this one's green and this one's orange. So this is the orange creamsicle. This is the lemon lime, lemon lime. Mm-hmm. And they're really good, but they're filled with antioxidants, very potent antioxidants like quercetin, ginseng, ginkgo biloba. It helps open up your brain. It's really good for brain fatigue, which a lot of people get. Brain scramble, brain fatigue in the afternoon. It really keeps you going, keeps your immune system optimized. And it's a great post-workout drink, pre-workout drink actually too, when you just don't feel like working out. My mother this morning, she's probably going to kill me for saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway. We went wine tasting yesterday. She didn't feel so good this morning, so guess what I gave her? Brand X.
There you go.
It's actually good for a little bit of a wine, not so good next day thing. I won't say the word hangover.
Okay, don't say hangover.
It was kind of like that.
You know, I was in Cleveland a couple weeks ago, and I saw Odell Beckham's jersey in the gift shop. I almost got you one.
Oh, I already have one.
That's why I figured I wasn't going to waste my money. I figured you already have some because you hang out with guys like that. TakeBrandX.com. That's TakeBrandX.com. And also make sure you subscribe to the show. Subscribe.
Please do.
Hit that like button, share it, let people know about it. And also make sure you find Nisha at NishaJackson.com. NishaJackson.com. We'll catch you next week. I'm Rusty Humphries. She is Nisha Jackson. And thanks for hanging out with us here on the Nisha Jackson Show.